Hi crew, the help here, Miles Stairs Wick Shop, wickshop.com. Lamplight episode 2. Today we're looking at a Miller new Juno No.1, one of my very favorite lamps, although this one is not mine, this one is my daughter's. She got this for her birthday a couple of years ago, and it's in pretty good shape. We've got one of our wicks and one of our BMP borosilicate chimneys on it today. She does have a signed original lead glass chimney, but we don't want to risk that. These are great little lamps, a lot of embossing, all of the very fetching Edward Miller stamps and crests all over the lamp, as you saw there in the intro. So let's go ahead and get this little guy lit up, and you can see some of the reasons why I just absolutely love this particular lamp. So for number one, this is obviously an old style. It's got the wick riser in the tank, but for number one, these put out quite a bit of light, and they are very, very stable. The flame is very stable once you've got them lit, and of course they've got a nice little chimney riser on there, so you don't have to pull your chimney on and off, which was very important back in the days of saw cut glass, when you get a lot of flea bites and that could cause cracks in your chimney. It's just, with our flame cut chimneys, it just makes it much more convenient, user friendly. So now that it's lit, it's warmed up a little bit, we'll go ahead and just sort of keep her on a low flame height. And if you look down at the base, you can see that even with the lights on in the house, it's still casting a shadow. And if we turn the lights off, light of the day is still coming in, but you can see there at the base where the shadow line is, and it's out there far enough that you can pretty easily read by this lamp. If you're sitting at a table, you could sit next to it and fairly easily read, and it's not going to be as hot in your face like a number 2 would be, and you're not going to be burning nearly as much fuel. There's still more than enough light to navigate the room by. But one of the things that I enjoy most, if you take a look at the flame, you see it dance there just a little bit, but we have our central air on, pushing air throughout the house, and a fan running, and this flame is just absolutely stable. It just does not move. It does not dance that much. It does not creep up or creep down. They're very stable. They're as stable as the larger lamps, like the Miller number 2 or the B&H number 2 or Horeo. They're just as stable as any of those lamps, and the light is just as white as any of those. We'll take a look at the flame here a little closer. You see just how incredibly stable that is. You can see the flame front dance a little here and there, but it just does not really dance around, doesn't really flicker, doesn't really move a lot. And they cast a pretty white light. The camera doesn't do it a lot of justice. It's much whiter in reality. But if we take a closer look and switch our exposure here, you can see this is about half, maybe 3/4 to half burn height, and it's a pretty full flame. It's up just past the flame spreader. As you can see there with the exposure set down, you can see into the flame spreader. You can sort of see how that flame spreader works. But again, it just nice and stable, doesn't move a lot, doesn't dance a lot. You don't get a lot of flickering. It just gives a good solid light. And then if we go ahead and switch the exposure, you can sort of see a little better how bright that is, how stark white that light is. It's not as white of a light as you'd get with a European, like an L&B 20 line, or a 14 or 16 or 18 line, one of the German lamps. It just is not that white and that bright, but it's much better than something, say, like a Cosmos. Anyways, there it is, Miller number 2 Juno, the Lamplight series, episode 2. One of my very favorites. We'll go ahead and leave you off. I'll go ahead and put a link to the chimney and the wick for this lamp in the comments. Go ahead and let us know what you'd like to see. If we've got it in the library, we'll put it in the rotation. So that's it for this week. We'll try to have one of these out just about the end of every week. So keep an eye out. Have a great day.